Allo, Liberty First Credit Union, Woodhouse Auto, and by Midwest Bank.
Well, this Class C2 bracket continues to be a host of fun as we are ready for another matchup, the 3 and the 6, between two teams that have the same name. The Knights and the Knights, it's Oakland Craig and Elmwood Murdock. Elmwood Murdock, the 3 seed, they're 24-1 on the season. Meanwhile, Oakland Craig, 16-5, they're the 6th seed. Lou, you about to get hit by any basketballs here?
It happens a lot. They hit me in the head a lot. That's why I'm so goofy, I guess. I don't know.
Well, what can we expect here from this one between Oakland Craig and Elmwood Murdock?
Well, I think this is for like Elmwood Murdock, they're 24-1, right? And one loss, and that was a 2-point loss to Fall City Sacred Heart. Is there anybody really talking about these guys? I mean, you're talking about Crofton, you're talking about UTN. I think they feel a little bit overlooked. I think they've got something to prove here. But a very tough opponent. I think this game is going to be much like the last one. It's going to be a tough physical game that's going to come right down to the wire.
It's an Oakland Craig team that's still in search of their first state title as well, a team that has gotten here consistently but hasn't quite reached the top yet. They're feeling good right now. Elmwood Murdock's feeling good. Knights and the Knights. We'll talk about which players on both teams, Elmwood Murdock and Oakland Craig, can help lead their team to victory, coming up next on News Channel Nebraska.
A new year, a fresh start. A resolution to grow more, gain more, give more. The process is the same: plant, grow, harvest. But the way you do it is always evolving. And so are we, Aurora Cooperative. Grow, gain, give. Aurora and you.
Elmwood Murdock is 24-1 on the season. Lou, you mentioned it. Their only loss coming to Falls City Sacred Heart. That's just a team that's won 2 back-to-back state titles there in Class D2. Either way, you've got a really good opportunity here for the Knights to come in and make your name known against Oakland Craig. Who will the Elmwood Murdock Knights be looking forward to tonight?
Well, who are they looking for? I mean, certainly Tatum Beckemeyer is a player to watch for them. She's 5'5". I had to check that out. I had to look there. 5'5". She has had 116 free throw attempts this year. She is absolutely fearless. One of those players, averages 17 points a game. When we talk about physical basketball, she's going to attack the basket and do it relentlessly. I wouldn't be surprised to see her shoot a lot of free throws in this ball game, and those could be big free throws here in this one, in a tight ball game.
Now, Oakland Craig trying to figure out who they were after losing a lot of seniors from last year's state tournament championship finals team. Didn't quite win the finals, but they lost a lot of seniors. Oakland Craig had to look for some new faces, and one of them, Addie Rennerfeld. She stepped up in a big way this season.
Yeah, she's about a 14-point scorer, but a player that can score just about at every level, and much, we just talked about a player that likes to get the ball to the rim. Well, Rennerfeld does that as well. She had one game this year where she had 22 free throws in one game. So if you like free throws, you came to the right place. I think both teams are going to attack the basket. Rennerfeld is a really good player for Oakland Craig. I think she's going to be very important if they're going to win this ball game here today.
Might be a bruising battle underneath. Number 3, Elmwood Murdock. Number 6, Oakland Craig is coming up. But first, let's take you on down to Eric McKay on the sideline.
Thanks, guys. You know, winning at state, making it to state is all about adversity, overcoming it, and thriving despite it. And there might be no one on the court for either team that knows more about that than Jordan Vogler of Elmwood Murdock. Coach Dwyer telling us this week that she's had a rough go just to get onto the basketball court, had some health issues in December that kept her from joining the team until just before the holiday break. She's also had muscle strains, even a broken nose. At times has had a lot that's kept her off the court. So in a game where you've got two teams who are no doubt very happy to be here and have the opportunity to play, maybe for Elmwood Murdock and for Jordan Vogler, well, maybe a little bit more happy than others might be just to have that chance. Two guys who are always happy to be here, Kaylin Devitt and Lou Siefker. They're back with starting lineups and all the action next. You're watching live coverage of the Class C2 state basketball quarterfinals on News Channel Nebraska.
The pregame show is sponsored by Custom Sports. Look great for every game with custom team or business apparel from Custom Sports.
So this yellow jacket, it basically symbolizes that it's showtime.
The yellow jackets are a throwback to Monday Night Football.
The 1970s, Keith Jackson, Howard Cosell.
That was the big broadcast in the country. Now we're the big broadcast in Nebraska.
When News Channel Nebraska is covering a game, we want you to know that we take it seriously. We want to dress sharp. We have pride in what we do.
And we're going to wear those yellow jackets to show people, you know, we're a little old school, but we're also the important broadcast of the night.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Currency. Visit gocurrency.com for details. By Central Nebraska Orthopedics, dedicated to the motion of life. And by Region 4 Behavioral Health, quality mental health and substance abuse services.
Ready for action, Elmwood, Murdock, and Oakland Craig for the second game of the afternoon session. The winner of this game plays Crofton on Friday. Well, let's take a look at our school spotlight brought to you by Currency. If your business needs financing for equipment, trucks, or trailers, all you need is Currency. Visit gocurrency.com. Oakland Craig, they are, well, co-op between both Oakland and Craig. They're the Knights. 6 state appearances, and they were the runner-up a year ago, lost by 3 points to the Pender Pendragons. Then Elmwood Murdock, they're the Knights. They've made it to state 9 times and still in search of their state title for the Knights under head coach Paul Dwyer. Very good season this year for Elmwood Murdock. Kaylin Devon joining you alongside Lou Siefker. Between these two programs here today, heartbreaking way to end the season for the Knights a year ago. But let's take a look at the bracket now. Crofton survives a scare in overtime against Clarkson Lee. They advance, and the winner of this one, Elmwood Murdock, will play Oakland Craig. You see UTAN and Bishop Newman up there up top as well. Winner of that one obviously heads to the semifinal, or heads to the state championship game.
That's a good Final Four in the making, and I think whoever wins this ball game and this one kind of completes that. That's you survive Class C2 and get it to the championship game. You've done something. If you win this, you've done something really special. A lot of good teams there. I've seen some pretty good basketball games. Certainly the Crofton-Clarkson Lee was a really good basketball game, but I think this one's going to be much like that. I think this one's going to come down to late in the game.
Tremendous game we had is the mascot for Oakland Craig. Well, they're both the Knights, so we really can't say Knights a whole lot today because you won't really know who we're talking about. So we'll have to say Elmwood Murdock and Oakland Craig, but there's OC. They're Knights. The mascot looks good. I'm not sure if Elmwood Murdock has their mascot here. If they did, we got to see a duel. Like mid-court at the Devaney Center, just a duel.
I could see that. I mean, did anybody have like Gladys Knight as a mascot? I mean,
I think you should go out there and take a fight for yourself.
There you go. I could.
Well, Oakland Craig, their season a year ago, they had the chance to win the state championship game. You play Pender, a really good opponent, on your 6th or 5th trip to state last year, and they could not get it done. 45-42 loss to the Pendragons, a team that has been unbelievable this season too.
Yeah, they've been very, very good. But Oakland Craig, this is just one of those programs, certainly Scott Kaczynski, since he's taken over, it's another program that was good before he took over, and he's kept it right where it's at. A very competitive, very difficult team to beat. I think, and you know, if you're going to beat a team like Oakland Craig, you have to be pretty fundamentally sound. You can't do a lot of turnovers. You can't play sloppy basketball. Oakland Craig's going to want to try to push the tempo a little bit and try to get out and run and make plays in transition. But they're also a pretty good half-court team as well. So, you know, a team like Elmwood Murdock, a good basketball team, 24-1, they still, you can't really look at the records here. Oakland Craig is a team that has been in games like this, and it's nothing new to them. So you got to play really good basketball if you're going to knock off these Knights, and that's Oakland Craig I'm talking about.
Well, you kind of mentioned it in the pregame, Lou, about Elmwood Murdock, how good this this team has been, it's been a very good program. In the past 4 years, they've made state 4 times. This is their 4th state trip. But they have only won 1 game ever. In 2010, they beat Blue Hill 37-36 in the first round. Otherwise, their last 3 trips, they lost to Pleasanton, Cedar Catholic, and Hastings St. Cecilia. Great programs. It's been a frustrating trip in the state tournament for Elmwood Murdock.
Yeah, I mean, this is a really good basketball team that nobody's really talking about when you're talking about who's going to win C2 outside of Elmwood and Murdock anyway. They're 24-1. Coach Paul Dwyer has done a great job with his team. Another team that's going to want to go up and down the floor. We could have a very fast-paced basketball game. They played a game earlier this year against SEM and had a shot clock in that game. They only had 1 possession where they didn't get a shot off and just running their regular offense. So I don't know that this isn't going to be a slow-paced game. I think both teams are going to try to push the tempo. Both teams are going to try to play in transition quite a bit here this afternoon.
The key might be the defense. We know both teams like to score. Elmwood Murdock 51.4 points per game, while Oakland Craig 55.4 points per game. That's kind of the key. The difference really between these two is that Elmwood Murdock only allows just over 31 points against them, while Oakland Craig allows about 41 points against them, as the starters for the Elmwood Murdock Knights are coming out, led by Tatum Backemeyer, our player to watch. She's been very good this season.
Yeah, we talked about her, only 5'5", but fearless. Love players like that may not have the best size, but play with a ton of heart. You know, and Elmwood Murdock also, if you're Oakland Craig, you're going to try to get some of these guys in foul trouble. Elmwood Murdock only plays 7 players, so not super deep. So if this game gets physical and fast and you get a lot of fouls, that might play in the favor of the Oakland Craig Knights, who go a little bit deeper than the 7 that the Elmwood Murdock Knights use.
It's Paul Dwyer's Knights against Scott Kaczynski's Knights. Oakland Craig and Elmwood Murdock ready for battle at the state tournament in Lincoln, Nebraska. Let's get this thing going.
Yeah, I think it's going to be an entertaining game, and I think it's going to be close. We just saw an overtime ball game. I would not be surprised if we don't have a similar type of situation in this one.
8 minutes on the first quarter clock. And we are ready.
You know, neither of these teams are really tall. Both teams have a lot of 5'7", 5'8", 5'9" players.
Tip-off is won by Elmwood Murdock. Moving it into the corner, top of the key. Backemeyer will take the 3 and swirl it in. What a start for the Knights. On the other end, Oakland Craig answers right back. It's Addie Rennerfelt. And this one tossed away. Well, we've already seen the quickness from both teams. Talked a little bit about this in the pregame. They move fast.
Yeah, they're going to move fast. They're going to attack. I love the fact that it was Backemeyer there not attacking the basket, but knocking down a 3 to start the ball game.
Oakland Craig across the timeline. Briar Ray pass out to Addie Rennerfelt. 3-2, it's Elmwood Murdock. Not even 45 seconds off the board when those both buckets made it in. Step back, tough jumper. What a tough shot, no good. Ball picked up by Oakland Craig. Sonia Gazinski pass out left wing, taking the 3. Deep one, no. Off the mark from Addie Rennerfelt. Backemeyer up the court now to Fromm. Underneath, bounce pass, and good defense, but instead it's a foul. Delaney Fromm came in there. Or excuse me, that was Bailey Pellin picking up the foul. That goes against Annie Backemeyer.
Yeah, Annie Backemeyer, that time number 33, gets the shot, but it was an excellent bounce pass. Dribble penetration set up, a perfect pass over to Backemeyer, who scores the hoop.
Annie's free throw is good. Sophomore And Tatum, this senior. Elmwood Murdock increases the lead 4-2 after Sonia Kaczynski pulls down the rebound. Underneath, Oakland Craig back to the top of the circle for Bailey Pellin. Moving Kaczynski, kick out, no look pass, corner three, too long, and out of bounds goes off of Oakland Craig. Love the pass, love the look, just couldn't knock it down.
Yeah, it had an open look, just shot the basketball long on that one.
Vogler gets it in now all the way across to Tatum. Backmeyer underneath, no good, couldn't draw the foul, but the offensive rebound back up for Annie Backmeyer, and she's got 3 already. Elmwood Murdock leads by 4.
You see how fast that Elmwood Murdock wants to play. They just rush down the floor.
And a foul as Briar Ray was going toward the basket. Well, this might be a track race.
Yep.
How fast both teams are moving.
We mentioned both teams want to push tempo. Both teams playing very fast in this first quarter.
That shot no good. Fighting for the rebound, both Morgan Ray and Brooklyn Mans. Oakland Craig keeps possession. Rennerfeld. High post. And the kick to Morgan Ray. Ray to Sonia Kaczynski, pulls up for 3, no good. Offensive rebound and taken away by Elmwood Murdock. Fromm with the ball, and then there's a check. Foul on Pellin. That's already Bailey Pellin's second foul.
Well, I think both these teams have done a lot of, pressuring other teams, speeding them up, and that takes a lot of teams out of their games. Both these teams want to play at this level. Both teams want to play fast and furious.
Left side open. Instead of taking the 3, it's the drive in, puts it up, floater, no good. Not a bad look from Fromm. Oakland Craig on the other end. Looking for the pass out. Finds Sonia Kaczynski. Drives in, step back, Kaczynski, jumper, no, it's in and out. Another tough shot there, and that's the 3rd foul against Pellin. Unbelievable.
Wow. That is huge in this game. Yeah, your 3rd foul, and we're not even halfway through the first quarter. That's going to take Pellin out of the game for quite a while.
Tough shooting start for Oakland Craig. Open looks, just have not been able to knock them down yet. Tatum Backmeyer back to Brooklyn Mans. Backmeyer working inside, so quick with it. Kick out, jump shot, baseline, no good. Nice rebound to Briar Ray. Heaving it up the court to Rennerfeld. Rennerfeld fouled. And Addie Rennerfeld going to the line.
Yeah. Rennerfeld and Tatum Backmeyer are the 2 players we talked about in the outset. Really get to the free throw line a ton. It looked like a pretty good block there by Fromm.
Yeah, I heard a disapproval from the Elmwood Murdock student section. You can check it out again here. Oh, wow.
That's a tough call.
Very, very tough. Looked like it was a fantastic block. Elmwood Murdock's trapped. Jump ball. Stopped Brooklyn Mans in her steps.
The alternating possession keeps the ball with Elmwood Murdock.
Turning in, tough shot, no good. Jordan Vogler tried to use the size on the interior. Morgan Ray back to the top on the dribble. Briar Ray slips underneath, that shot no good. Elmwood Murdock getting up the court. Nice catch. Kick it out. Extra pass corner. Mans three. Good. Brooklyn Mans. 9-4 Elmwood Murdock.
Well, the Elmwood Murdock Knights play very good in transition, and you get players out that spot up for those three-point shots.
And a turnover. It goes off of Mia Thompson. Well, you can see why this Elmwood Murdock team, 24-1, they get to a hot start, while Oakland Craig just searching for some kind of offense. Backmeyer demands. Here's Fromm. Into the game now. Only three, it's no good off back iron. And chasing after it. Elmwood Murdock comes back with it. Fromm.
Gets an offensive rebound in the backcourt.
Meant to say Zira checks into the game for the first time. Underneath with some nice leverage, but the shot no good. Love the move by Vogler.
She had great position, just didn't get the ball to go in the hoop on the end of that play.
Looking for the kick out. Right side three-pointer, Oakland Craig, no good. Off the miss from Morgan Ray. Now with some speed, Elmwood Murdock, they don't have numbers, so Mans backs off. Underneath again, baseline, no, that time missed from Vogler as well.
I like to see Vogler go up and catch that and then attack the basket. She turned in and shot a short jumper.
Lost possession, both teams just moving so quickly. Backmeyer lost it from behind. And it's a jump ball.
The ball gets poked away there. Backmeyer, though, we mentioned she's a scrapper, goes down and gets the tie-up, but the possession arrow this time goes over to the Oakland Craig Knights.
9-4, Elmwood Murdock leads by 5, 2:05 to play in the first quarter. We've seen lots of offense already. Rennerfeld kick out, corner, three-pointer from the wing, it's no good. And the rebound pulled down by Zirit. Delaney Fromm. Top of the circle, left side now. Tatum Backmeyer. Looks to kickstart the drive. And the Knights will slow it down. First quarter brought to you by John Henry's, our family serving yours. Off the miss, Elmwood Murdock comes away with it, and another jump ball. This one will stay with the Elmwood Murdock Knights.
Madison just teasing there for Elmwood Murdock. Got to the basketball first, but unfortunately for her, it was kind of in a bad spot in that corner. But the tie-up, we've seen a lot of tie-ups already in this first quarter. This one goes to Elmwood Murdock.
Open Fromm off the pass in. Hopefully you're not too dizzy from your head spinning around the TV. How fast this game's been so far. Fromm turning around, high post, had it poked away. Addie Rennerfeld on the run, 2-on-2. Rennerfeld gets it out, jumper, good. Big way to break the lid off the basket for Briar Ray.
A turnover into points.
And then poked away again.
Another turnover.
Gazinski comes up with it, 9-6, under a minute to play in the first quarter. Here's Ray, corner. Back to Morgan Ray, or Briar Ray, excuse me, makes the three, no. And the rebound taken away by Delaney Fromm.
On this frenetic pace for both teams, you're going to have some turnovers. And who turns the ball over at least certainly is big, but also who's able to turn turnovers into points. When you're playing in this full court style, this up and down, you're going to have opportunities for those runouts And for transition plays, who's going to be the best at that in this afternoon's game? Probably going to win this thing.
Inside, what a pass, what a feed off the pick and roll for Annie Backmeyer.
Oakland Craig fell asleep. Annie Backmeyer wide open underneath the bucket. The bucket gets an easy one.
18 seconds, turning around, kick out. Rennerfelt steps inside, high post. And a jump stop travel. Goes against Valerie Learman.
Well, 10 seconds, Oakland Craig not going to pressure, so Elmwood Murdock's got time to get down the floor and get a reasonable shot out of this.
We've just been speeding throughout this first quarter. No timeouts, no stoppages of play, really. Inside, extra pass, open for three. Good at the end of the first quarter. What an exclamation point from Brooklyn Mans and the Elmwood Murdock Knights. They take a 14-6 lead over Oakland Craig. Second quarter coming up next.
To sum up the past 20 years in one word, exceptional. It's one of our core values. But our people have been truly exceptional. Our customer support has been exceptional. In 20 years, where will Allo be? When we started, we were just a business fiber company. Then the demand came from residential. Now the products of both business and residential just continue to expand. We've got to start with customers' needs and always work backwards. The customers will tell us, and our teammates will take us there.
Well, a fast first quarter of play already finished. 14-6, Elmwood Murdock leading Oakland Craig on the bottom half of this Class C2 bracket. Winner of this one will play Crofton. My name's Kalen Devin alongside Lou Siefker. Last year, the Knights of Elmwood Murdock capped off another great season, another tournament bid. It was their third in a row at that time. Now they've made their fourth in a row. But lost to Hastings St. Cecilia. Here's the really cool thing about Elmwood Murdock a year ago. They only lost one senior, and that was Ella Zirit.
Yeah, I'm impressed with this team. You said it was a quick first quarter, or a fast first quarter, I think is what you used. In more ways than one. It went by quickly, but back up and down the floor, both these teams playing fast basketball.
I'm tired. I'm out of breath just watching.
Yeah.
Inside kick out. Rennerfelt corner, there's Gazinski, a three, no good. The rebound for Brooklyn Mans. She's already got 2 threes, hit a buzzer beater at the end of the first quarter to give Elmwood Murdock this 8-point lead.
That was a clutch shot by Mans, really good offensive possession. Only 10 seconds when they had the basketball and made it count.
Tatum Backmeyer, how tough is she? Working inside, drawing the foul, not afraid of contact.
We're just going to call Tatum Backmeyer, going to call her Nails. She's tough as nails, gets the ball inside, 5'5". Don't come any tougher than her, though.
Nails at the free throw line, and she nails the first free throw.
Checking back in for Oakland Craig, number 3, Maya Thompson.
When you have a player like Backmeyer, you got to feel pretty good about yourself.
Yeah, you do. I mean, you got to have players like that play this basketball game. I like the term "no fear" because you know she doesn't worry about that. Just plays at a high level and plays with such large amount of confidence despite being a small person.
Does miss the second free throw. Pass across the court. Here's Gazinski. Finding Thompson. And now Rennerfelt. One minute gone in the second quarter. Underneath, there's Ray, Briar Ray, and it's a jump ball.
Checking back in for Elmwood Murdock, number 12, Lady Brown.
Wow, great job.
Yep, that's a good call. Right on top of the basketball, she went up with it. That's a great job to get the tie-up.
Annie Backmeyer, nicely done. On Oakland Craig, again, we talked about last year, just a few opportunities away from that first state title. against Pender, and they lost Cheney Nelson, Sadie Nelson, 2 scorers of over 13 points per game, plus Sydney Gazinski, Shay Johnson, a core group of seniors. You're kind of wondering, what kind of team will Oakland Craig be this year? But they find a way to get back to the state tournament, 16-5 this year, after a stumble there in the East Husker Conference tournament nonetheless.
Yeah, that happens all the time, though, in the East Husker. Teams that lose, we've seen North Bend Central lose games in that conference and win 4 straight state championships.
That's a great point. Taken away, here's Nelson, or excuse me, here's Gazinski with the steal. Now Thompson, right wing, 15-6, Elmwood Murdock leading Oakland Craig. Rennerfelt, corner, 3, Ray, no, and the rebound goes to Brooklyn Mans. And a timeout called by Dwyer and Elmwood Murdock. The start for Elmwood Murdock has been a good one. 15-6 over Oakland Craig, 5:55 to play in the first half. Coming up next with more on NCN.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit gocurrency.com and apply today.
(15-6), and there is head coach Scott Kaczynski, or as they call him, Guz.
Yeah, betcha.
4th season at Oakland Craig.
And there's Paul Dwyer as well. Got a glimpse of him. 2 really good coaches here.
Dwyer, also, he's in his 5th season. Both been here for enough time and really creating a legacy. 3-pointer, Elmwood Murdock, no good off back iron. Mans missed it, gets it up to Rennerfelt looking to run. Sonia Gazinski dribble and a 3, no good, and she's just been off the mark so far. Chased after it, numbers for Elmwood Murdock. Tatum Backmeyer turning around, no. There's Gazinski with the rebound.
A little out of control on that possession that time by Backmeyer.
Corner for Morgan Ray, then Rennerfelt. Thompson drives inside, has a lane, missed it short, and an offensive foul against Oakland Craig. It's Thompson limping a little bit after working inside.
I think the foul was on the rebound, I believe. Tatum Backmeyer had pretty good position.
Checking back in for Oakland Craig, number 11, Valerie Bierman.
15-6, Elmwood Murdock leads by 9. Vogler now high post. Driving in. Mans bounce pass, nice pass underneath and a foul. And heading to the line is Jordan Vogler for the first time tonight. Stick around for our halftime highlights, brought to you by Sartor Heyman Jewelers. Sartor Heyman will help make your jewelry dreams come true. Free throw on the way and good for Vogler.
Well, one thing Elmwood Murdock has done a good job in building this lead is they've not allowed Oakland Craig any offensive rebounds. Only 1 in the entire first half so far. A lot of one and dones for Oakland Craig.
Number 30, Maddie Justice.
And both free throws good. Oakland Craig struggling offensively. Have not been able to really bust the lid off the basket. Here's a jumper, and that one's good. Briar Ray, as soon as we say it, knocks down a jumper. Taken away. Rennerfelt lays it in, and a foul, and a nice little momentum boost for Oakland Craig.
Yeah, you get a jumper to fall, you get a steal. Rennerfelt does what she does, and that's get to the free throw line, makes that one count. Now a chance for an and one. That's 5 points in just a matter of seconds. That's a great job by Oakland Craig to just kind of turn the momentum around.
Instantly, it was an 11-point game. Now it's already a 6-point game, 17-11, 4:14 to play in the half. Elmwood Murdock now has to face this full court pressure. Taken away, Addie Rennerfelt got the steal, gets it up and fouled. Briar Ray going to the line, and now Oakland Craig, the fans, the students starting to wake up a little bit.
They'll start to get excited, getting some steals. Timeout here for Elmwood Murdock.
Timeout, Paul Dwyer. And the Elmwood Murdock Knights, they lead 17-11 over Oakland Craig. 4:05 to play in the second quarter.
This is Emily with Family Physical Therapy at our Fountain Point location. Family Physical Therapy offers physical, occupational, and speech therapy. Our therapists are highly trained and certified in a variety of techniques, offering individualized care designed specifically to meet your needs. Our patients are welcome to a friendly environment, and our therapists are driven by their patients succeeding and meeting their goals. Family Physical Therapy proudly serving various locations throughout central and northeast Nebraska. Our goal is to get you back to work, back to play, back to life.
Public school teachers in Nebraska make a difference in our communities. I see it every day. Teachers connecting on a personal level with students and parents make our communities stronger. Our kids do better, community pride grows, and Nebraska thrives. Maybe that's why our public schools rank in the top 10 nationally year after year. Nebraska Public Schools. They are truly the heart of our communities.
Briar Ray with 2 free throws to try and cut this deficit even more. They do. First one's good for the sophomore Briar Ray. Again, really impressed with just how the underclassmen have stepped up for Oakland Craig this season. Both free throws good.
Yeah, I think that you mentioned the players they lost. They're a lot better, I think, than people maybe outside of Oakland and Craig thought they would be.
And it's a nice 7-0 run for Oakland Craig. In 10 seconds, Oakland Craig forces another turnover.
That's 3 straight turnovers that Oakland Craig has forced. A 10-second violation. Wow. Oakland Craig right back in this thing.
7-0 run for the OC Knights. Is poked out of bounds. Oakland Craig with a spark. Elmwood Murdock, a couple turnovers. And this one between the legs of Morgan Ray.
Yeah, I don't want to give away the possessions when you're coming back. That turnover gives it back to Elmwood Murdock. They have trimmed 7 points off that lead here in just a matter of a few minutes. They're doing it defensively.
Elmwood Murdock trying to take momentum back. Vogler into Tatum Backmeyer. Now over to Fromm. Inside, Vogler. .7-0 run for Oakland Craig. The kick out, the defense poked around. And a travel called against Elmwood Murdock. Delaney Fromm walked.
Well, it's 8 turnovers for Elmwood Murdock in this first half, and 4 have come in the last couple of minutes.
.312 to play in the first half. Across the timeline, Pellin to Gazinski. Inside high post, Rennerfelt with the kick out. Inside, tipped away, Elmwood Murdock with another takeaway. Fromm across the timeline working on Pellin. It's number 12 and number 12. Now flips to left side for Mans. Back to the right side. On the drive, shot no good, rebound. Goes to Rennerfelt. Addie Rennerfelt across the timeline. 2.5 to play in the first half. Kaczynski extra pass, Morgan Ray. She's a big three-point shooter, hasn't taken one yet. Pellin takes one left and short, but the offensive rebound now gets it to Rennerfelt, trying to drive inside. Shot fake, lays it up, and good. Holding the stomach, Addie Rennerfelt put it in. Kind of in pain right now.
I didn't see what happened there as far as the contact to the midsection.
She's playing through it. Good! How about another three for Elmwood Murdock? Tatum Backmeyer, her second three.
Nails strikes again.
Left side, 20 to 15. Pellin steps in the perimeter. Kaczynski corner, Morgan Ray for three, answers right back.
That's a big bucket by Ray. They really need to keep the momentum going now. A turnover. Elmwood Murdock just kind of coming unraveled a little bit offensively. Backelmeyer with a rare turnover. She palmed the basketball. Oakland Craig with 1:19 left to go could take the lead on this possession.
This was an 11-point Elmwood Murdock lead early in the second quarter. It is now a 2-point Elmwood Murdock lead. What a run for Oakland Craig. Just over a minute left in the second quarter. Stepping inside, shot no good, and a foul on the floor.
It's only foul number 3 against Elmwood Murdock, so no free throws coming. It was on the floor, as you mentioned.
A 12-3 run for Oakland Craig. Morgan Ray for the pass in. Tipped away. Great defense from up to the rim. Blocked. Fromm had it, but she was out of bounds. Oh my goodness. I feel like everything is just happening in this game.
Yeah.
Well, that was a great opportunity for Elmwood Murdock to get a little bit of momentum back off the turnover, but what a great block there. That is fantastic job by Thompson. Get the block and then the ball back after it ends up out of bounds. So, again, we're kind of right back where we were just a moment ago.
As the officials head to the monitor to discuss something.
I think they're...
There's Paul Dwyer talking to Elmwood Murdock, his team.
Well, I'm not sure what they're discussing here.
Scott Kaczynski is pacing the baseline, or pacing the scores table.
I don't think there's a monitor over there, so I think we're the monitor if it comes to that.
Well, I know that you can, there is instant replay, but you're right, I'm not sure if they can tell that there's a monitor, or at least talking to Dwyer, maybe if Fromm was out of bounds or not, but
it looks like the call's gonna stand.
53.8 to play in the first half. Oakland Craig with the chance to tie or take the lead. Rennerfelt thought about it, doesn't do it. Bounce pass poked, kick out, open, it's Pellin, no! Vogler with the rebound. And no foul called, taken away, and now a foul is called, whistle blown. And that's on Pellin, that's number 4. for Bailey Pellin.
That's the danger of having her in the game with 3 fouls. Now, Scott Kaczynski is saying the foul should have been on Briar Ray.
Yeah, he's so frustrated about this. Officials will talk about it. And Pellin is in disbelief. Pellin is in shock. That's foul number 4 for one of your starters in the first half.
Yeah, and that's going to limit not only her playing time, but her aggressiveness when she is out there if you got 4 fouls to start the third quarter.
We'll check it out again.
Well, I think they got it right. That's on Pellin was the one with the body contact. You saw Briar Ray reach for the basketball, but I don't think she made any real contact. I think that if the foul is on anybody, it would have been on Pellin.
And that is frustrating for Oakland Craig, losing one of your best players for probably most of the second half. 9 seconds to play on the clock. 20-18, Elmwood. Murdock still in front. Spinning around, what a move. Mann's off the glass, no good. Morgan Way with the rebound, and the buzzer sounds before Oakland Craig can get a shot off. What a first half of basketball. Elmwood Murdock jumps out ahead. Oakland Craig closes the gap, 20-18 at the break. The Elmwood Murdock Knights in front of Oakland Craig, 20-18. Halftime stats and analysis, highlights, and more coverage coming up next on News Channel Nebraska.
A community is described as just a smattering of houses, everybody living together, but what makes it a community are the people that live in the house. Deschler is a community of about 750 people, and those individuals living in those houses have a common goal of improving their surroundings. That's where Midwest Bank comes in. We look out for each other. I wouldn't want to live anywhere else. My name is Julie, and I'm extremely proud to be part of the Deschler community.
Hey there, sports fans. Looking for a winning play to make your game day complete? Look no further than Speedy Mart, your family-owned neighborhood convenience store. Score big with the wide range of snacks, drinks, and fuel for the road that will keep the whole crew cheering. And here's the kicker. Our friendly atmosphere and convenient location make every visit a slam dunk. So rally the family and head to Speedy Mart for the ultimate game day experience.
Life is a wild ride. It's important to have a trusted partner along the way. Liberty First Credit Union exists to provide its members with affordable financial services. Whether it is a large purchase, a new car or home remodel, overcoming obstacles, or chasing your dreams. Financing life is what we do best. Give us a call or visit libertyfirstcu.com.
At Zollner Ford, come and see our great selection of new Ford vehicles. Whether you're looking to buy new or you need a car serviced, it's our pleasure to assist you. Our online website makes shopping even easier. Browse our massive inventory of vehicles or schedule your next maintenance appointment. We even offer drop-off and pickup services. Stop by today or visit us online at zollnerofbeatrice.com.
Welcome back to the Bob Devaney Sports Center. Halftime here, and it's Elmwood Murdock and Oakland Craig locked in a tight one, 20-18. Elmwood Murdock with the lead. Now, there are very few guarantees in life, but I can guarantee you one thing. The Knights are going to win this game. Admittedly, I'm cheating. Both teams are called the Knights. It's a common mascot in Nebraska. 13 different schools in Nebraska are named the Knights. That's tied with the Bulldog for the second most frequently used mascot in the state. The most common, the Eagle, the mascot of choice of 15 schools in Nebraska. Now, there are plenty of unique mascots in this state. Just this week, you're going to see plenty of Pendragon and Whippet and Skyhawk fans all over the place. And then you've got the mascots that are uniquely Nebraskan, like the Blue Jay. 7 different schools call themselves the Blue Jays. More of those in Nebraska than any other state in America. So what does this all mean? Well, the last time that 2 teams with the same mascot played in the first round of the Girls State Tournament, 9 years ago, 2015, Class D2 quarterfinals. The Stewart Broncos beat the Mullen Broncos in the first round. Stewart went on to finish 3rd in Class D2 that year. The team they beat in the 3rd place game, Sandhills Thedford, the Knights. Back now to our Knights in shining armor, Kaylin Devitt and Lou Siefker with more halftime.
I don't know if I should be impressed or we need to get Eric outside more because
we need to find out something to do.
Dude, I mean, come on. What a halftime break, Eric. That was amazing. But also, find a hobby, please. Maybe like these 2 teams, their hobby is basketball. Elmwood, Murdock, and Oakland Craig. The Knights are leading the Knights, and the Knights, one of them, will win this game. 20-18, Elmwood Murdock over Oakland Craig. Kaylin Devitt and Lou Siefker joining you today. Well, that was a lot of fun. Let's take a look at our halftime highlights brought to you by Sutter Heyman Jewelers. Well, as Elmwood Murdock really got started going early, and Tatum Backmeyer with the one knocked down the first 3. She's been the key player all season long for Elmwood Murdock, along with this triple from Brooklyn Mans. She hit 2 threes. Tatum Backmeyer hit 2 threes. I mean, it's been a really good offensive performance for Elmwood Murdock. Meanwhile, Oakland Craig got really slow start. How about that pass inside off the roll? Beautifully done to Annie Backmeyer. And another 3. There was the second one from Mans. But then Oakland Craig started to chip away a little bit. It all started with this jumper from Briar Ray that forced into a turnover. Addie Rennerfeld gets the basketball. How about this? Takes her right down. Not only does she make the bucket, she draws the foul. It heads to the free throw line, knocks down the extra free throw, and all of a sudden, Oakland Craig right back in it. Another lay-in for Rennerfeld, kind of wincing after holding her stomach in pain, but Tatum Backmeyer knocks down a 3. Not quite done yet. That lead jumps back up to 5 for Elmwood Murdock. Morgan Ray brings it right back to a 2-point game, 20-18, and that's where we're at right now.
That was 17-6 in favor of Elmwood Murdock, and since then, it has turned around greatly. And that run has really been fueled with defense. And they turned, Oakland Craig turned Elmwood Murdock over. They only had 4 turnovers at one point. They ended the half with 9. And about 4 of those came in about a 2-minute stretch that really changed this ball game and got the Oakland Craig Knights back in it.
All of a sudden, it's a 2-point game. Elmwood Murdock and Oakland Craig, 20-18. Kaylin Devitt, Lou Siefker on News Channel Nebraska. We'll come back with more of our third quarter. Well, before we hit the third quarter, more of our halftime stats and analysis before we get to that third quarter start. Let's take a look at the map here and tell you where each team is from here in Class C2. The farthest trip so far that we've seen was Niobrara Verdigris, 181 miles. They did not advance today, so their season is done. Crofton, though, 174 miles away. They will stay now as the longest team that is still alive. They beat Clarkson Lee in a good one in overtime. The shortest distance, that belongs to Bishop Newman, 31 miles away, but Elmwood Murdock's pretty close to at 32 miles.
Yeah, pretty close there. Wait till tomorrow when you get to Class C1, you've got Sydney and Bridgeport. They're both anywhere from 344 to 368 miles away from Lincoln. That's a trip.
And that's crazy about Sydney and Bridgeport. They had the same sub-district. Obviously, they're only about 30 minutes away from each other, both about 6 hours away from Lincoln or more. Same sub-district. Both teams were going undefeated into that sub-district. Happy they both made state, but of course we'll save more of that one for tomorrow. 20-18, Elmwood Murdock in front of Oakland Craig by 2. Third quarter on News Channel Nebraska. We've got that and more coming up next.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit GoCurrency.com and apply today.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Allo. High-key internet for a low-key price. Want to see what games we're covering? Follow on X at NCN Sports.
Champions are crowned each year in Lincoln. All of us at Visit Lincoln welcome the athletes, families, and fans from across Nebraska to our community. When the final whistle blows and the game ends, make sure to discover how Lincoln can make your stay even more memorable. Stop by the Visitors Center at 7th and P in the Haymarket or visit us on the web at lincoln.org. Visit Lincoln is a proud supporter of high school athletics.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Zollner Ford and Lincoln. Meeting your sales, service, and parts needs. 5 Points Bank. Trust the better bank for your financial needs. And by Family Physical Therapy, getting you back in the game.
At first, I was really nervous and intimidated to buy a ring.
My experience at Starter Heyman was very easy. I felt like I walked out with the ring that was going to make her go wow and say yes.
I love my ring. It is so beautiful. I get compliments on it all the time. I always tell them Starter Heyman. I love it.
Yeah, we would definitely recommend Starter Heyman.
We're definitely coming back in the future.
We have a wedding band to buy. So.
We do, yes, the wedding bands. We'll be back for that.
Starter Heyman Jewelers, downtown 12th and O, South Point Pavilions, and Grand Island.
I've had the opportunity to work with so many outstanding students and parents in my 37 years as a public school teacher. The two things I've noticed they all have in common: a love for their community and a pride in their school. I've seen that pride in my science students who become scientists, in parents who show up for every game and every parent-teacher conference, in former students who become community leaders. Nebraska public schools are indeed the heart of our communities.
(20-18), Elmwood Murdock in front of Oakland Craig, 20-18. They had the early lead and jumped up by 11 points, but Oakland Craig rallied back and made it just a 2-point game. Well, Elmwood Murdock, to end the season, I mean, they're 24-1. They're on an 18-game winning streak, Lou, averaging 51.4 points per game. They have a plus 20-point differential. That's just how good they've been. And at the end of the season, Elmwood Murdock, victors of the East Central Conference Tournament, beat Meade, Palmyra, and Freeman. Freeman was a team that very well could have been down here as well, but because of Oakland Craig, they said no to Freeman. Now let's send it down to Eric McKay.
Welcome back. Third quarter about to get going. Just talked with both head coaches. Coach Dwyer of Elmwood Murdock telling me defensively there's some things he'd like them to do a little bit better. Wants to limit their dribble penetration. Really wants to make sure they're still getting out on their shooters. Oakland Craig did not shoot well from three in the first half. That is not like them. He doesn't necessarily expect that to continue in the second half. Wants to make sure they're still closing out. For Oakland Craig, Coach Kaczynski said they just need to make shots. They're not hitting their threes right now. He also said having their point guard with 4 fouls, that's problematic, but still, he needs them to attack, be aggressive in the second half. Guys?
Thanks, Eric, and you're right. Oakland Craig, they expect to start hitting shots soon. Didn't get one there, but the offensive rebound helps. Morgan Ray after the miss, but a nice offensive board. Now Thompson looks for the kick out. Ray across it to Kaczynski. Sonia Kaczynski still looking for her first bucket. Had some good looks, but Kaczynski hasn't done it yet. Now inside after the turnover, we're tied at 20. Briar Ray with the bucket. Poked away, Tatum Backmeyer comes up with it.
Boy, Elmwood Murdock has got to do a better job taking care of the basketball. Oakland Craig got back in this game, turning them over, and now it's tied, largely because of their ability to just disrupt, Elmwood Murdock all over the floor.
Now a nice move inside, layup, no good, too strong, back up, no good. Dwyer wanted the foul call, didn't get it, and here comes Oakland Craig, wide open, Gazinski, and fouled. Goes against Tatum Backemeyer. Gazinski had it, lost it, but then gets fouled up top.
Now Gazinski would have had an easy layup, didn't gather that pass, still gets fouled, but has to earn them now from the free throw line.
Gazinski at the line, shooting 2.
Gazinski averaging nearly 10 points per game. Missed that one short. Here comes Elmwood Murdock. Taking away another turnover. Oakland Craig is feasting off of these loose balls. Rennerfeld then has it taken away, but it's a foul instead. Brooklyn Mans.
Oh yeah, it's really changed the game, the way Oakland Craig has forced these turnovers for Elmwood Murdock. Now the chance here to take the lead after trailing 17-6 in that second quarter.
And even though Oakland Craig hasn't really been able to hit the deep shots, they've still had really nice opportunities underneath. And another turnover. This goes out of bounds off of Elmwood Murdock. What is happening?
Wow, it just seems like Oakland Craig is getting their hands on every pass that Elmwood Murdock is trying to throw.
Rennerfeld comes away with it and heading to the line. And this, a chance for Oakland Craig to take the lead.
Rennerfeld is really a master at drawing fouls. We talked about that. You saw it there. She kind of initiated the contact, but did it so that it appeared to be a foul. It was a foul. But you're going to see a lot more of that, I think, here in the second half with Oakland Craig, with Rennerfeld just attacking and getting to the free throw line.
Oakland Craig officially in front. 22-20. On a 16-3 run that has continued from the end of the second quarter. Now that a big shot from Elmwood Murdock to tie this game, and a chance for Brooklyn Mans to give Elmwood Murdock the lead again.
Boy, did they need that. They just needed something to go down and have a good possession. Mans attacks the basket, draws the foul, chance for a three-point play, and maybe the lead back.
Free throw short, no good. Rebound goes to Briar Ray. 22 apiece, and we've had a fun one. Inside Rennerfeld kick out. Morgan Ray still looking for her first points, as well as Sonia Gazinski, who's got it now. Briar Ray jumper and no good. And there's Mans with the rebound. Kickball violation against Rennerfeld.
It's one of these games where, you know, small mistakes become magnified. It's going to be a close game, as we predicted. Turnovers have mounted, and both teams have kind of overcome some turnovers.
Inside, another turnover. Oakland Craig with the basketball. Still on an 18-5 run. Here's a three, no good off back iron. Offensive rebound. Another one, this time it's good. Morgan Ray finally connects from a three. 25-22, Oakland Craig leads by 3 off of Morgan Ray's second triple of the day.
John Henry's is now offering electrical service. Our service professionals have been helping with plumbing, heating, and cooling in Lincoln and the surrounding areas for more than 25 years. Now, we're proud to offer the same level of professionalism in our new electrical service. From a whole home rewire to adding new outlets or electric car chargers, John Henry's can be your one-stop shop for all your home's needs. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electrical. Our family serving yours since 1996.
The way we use electricity has changed a lot over the years. What hasn't changed is our commitment to make sure it's there the moment you need it. Nebraska Public Power District, always there when you need us.
Oakland Craig trailed 17-6, and after their 19-5 run, the Knights from OC lead 25-22 over Elmwood Murdock. The Knights there as well, as Scott Kaczynski was on your screen a moment ago. He's fired up. Inside, nice pass. Couldn't get the friendly roll, but the offensive rebound and a foul goes against Oakland Craig. Rebound wound up in the hands of Annie Backmeyer.
That's a good offensive rebound. Annie Backmeyer with 3 offensive rebounds in the ball game. She has been a factor. That was a good post-entry pass a moment ago, just didn't finish the play.
Vogler now high top of the key. Delaney Fromm to Brooklyn Mans and Vogler. Nice move inside. Goes up and misses. There's Kaczynski with the board.
That's good interior defense. Oakland Craig with 2 defenders just kind of walled off that lane and made that a very difficult shot.
4:21 to play in the third quarter. Kaylin Devon, Lou Siefker on News Channel Nebraska State Tournament. Winner of this game plays Crofton. And Elmwood Murdock, after their big 11-point lead, find themselves in a 3-point deficit. Off the turn, had it taken away. Tatum Backmeyer using the speed. Right hand, good. And a foul.
That's where you can change the ball game defensively. Backmeyer is so good. Getting this heel, get out and run, and then takes a contact, definite foul across the arm, and still made the shot.
Ties this up again at 25.
Well, sometimes it's not as the number of turnovers, it's what you do with the turnovers. And now only the 7th turnover for Oakland Craig, but Elmwood Murdock able to score off that turnover.
Here's Ray. Oakland Craig for the lead. Sonia got it. Sonia Kaczynski, her first points of the game. And there's a push. And it goes against Mia Thompson, and that's a pretty obvious foul.
Yeah, definite push there, right? Not too far away from us near the timeline. Go back to that Kaczynski 3-pointer, though. She'd been off for a good chunk of this game from shooting. That one looked confident. You like that stroke there. No hesitation, and knocked it down.
28-25, Oakland Craig in front by 3. And Paul Dwyer, Eric talked about his halftime, saying that he doesn't feel like Oakland Craig will continue to miss. Starting to make some shots. This shot no good. Poked around, it comes into the hands. Well, it was Oakland Craig, but Elmwood Murdock has his second chance at life. Backmeyer for 3, ties us up again.
No fear.
Nails.
Nails from downtown. Hammers that one home.
28-28, 2:48 remaining in the third quarter. Rennerfelt had it poked away, back into the hands of Ray. Now off of the leg. Little hand check from Kaczynski and Backmeyer. Now jumper gives Elmwood Murdock the lead again. Brooklyn Mans.
Transition play. I thought Backmeyer was going to pull that out and slow it down, but that's not Murdock's style. Mans gets that jumper.
Kaczynski in and out. thought she had the three.
Well, that looked down when it left her hands. I thought that one was going in.
Backmeyer has to pick up the dribble. 30-28, 2-point lead for Elmwood Murdock. 1:45 to play in the third. Tatum Backmeyer working inside, lost the basketball and out of bounds. Last touch by Oakland Craig.
They lost it going up there, did Backmeyer.
On the inbound pass, tipped away by Briar Ray, back out of bounds. And again stays with Elmwood Murdock.
I knew what that one was. Go, guard and rebound. Box out when they shoot. Come on, Boots, make a play.
From to the left side, Mans. Dribble drive, has the open lane, looks for the shot, puts it up, no good, but draws the foul. And Brooklyn Mans going to the free throw line.
Much of footwork here in the lane. Just a good job. Get inside the defender, go up, draw the contact. That's a good job to pivot into position and making the play.
Yeah, Gazinski tried to take away the movement by Mans, but kind of had that leg sticking out. Drew that foul. First free throw, good. 3-point game, 31-28. Second free throw, also good. Ice in the veins of Brooklyn Mans. With a minute and a half to play in the third quarter, it is a 4-point lead for Elmwood Murdock. We've seen lots of plays back and forth.
Yeah, this has been a fun game so far. Brooklyn Mans going to sit down now. They're going to need her in the fourth quarter for the stretch run.
In for her, Zoe Zirit. The shot no good. From using the speed across the timeline, kick out to Tatum Backmeyer. Taken away, Briar Ray stays in bounds. Has to go up with it, no good. Foul on the floor. Oh man, that would have been a huge swing, and Gazinski knew it too. He took a bite out of his play colors, his paper in his hand.
It's right in front of us there. Yeah, he wanted that one big time.
Nice pass into Rennerfelt, misses the great look off the inbound.
Yeah, had an excellent opportunity there. That's off Rennerfelt's foot.
Have a great chance and just can't knock it down. OC comes away with no points on that end of the court. Now Elmwood Murdock, a big chance to increase their lead with the final 46 seconds. This is big for these Knights from EM.
Yeah, back and forth games like this with these very similar type teams, it's small error, small margin for error, and empty possessions can come back to haunt you.
Trying to trap Backmeyer, and a foul called against Oakland Craig, and that is now 5 fouls for both. Well, for the Knights and 4 against Elmwood Murdock. But either way, if there's a foul in the final 35 seconds, either side would have free throws. That first one, no good. Tatum Backmeyer. He's played great today so far.
Yeah, she has played very well. Real spark plug for this team.
13 points for Tatum. Make it 14 with the free throw. 33-28, Oakland Craig down by 5. Briar Ray to Morgan. Morgan Ray, deep 2-point jumper, no. Rebound pulled down by Elmwood Murdock.
No.
And Gazinski runs in demands from behind, picks up the foul, and that's another chance at free throws for Elmwood Murdock with 17.1 to play in the third.
Oakland Craig is playing aggressively and trying to get the steal, but I don't think Gazinski expected Mans to turn into her and just kind of ran her over.
A deer in headlights moment almost. Got the first free throw.
That's a chance for Elmwood Murdock, who had that 11-point lead in the first quarter, or early second quarter rather, and lost that lead. Now they get a chance to maybe pull away a little bit here with some free throws. Makes both of them.
35-28, 7-point lead for Elmwood Murdock. They led by as many as 11. Oakland Craig has led by as much as 3. Here's the three-pointer from the Knights, no good. Rebound taken away. Jump ball with 4.7 to play, favoring Elmwood Murdock.
Delaney Fromm just ripped that basketball away, came out of there. She thought she had that possession, but the jump ball was called before she was able to pull away with the basketball.
Here's Delaney Fromm. Vogler takes a deep one, misses it wide. And Elmwood Murdock with a late spark to take a 35-28 lead. 1 quarter coming up in our final game of the first round of Class C2. 35-28, Elmwood Murdock over Oakland Craig on NCN.
One of my passions is always to help entrepreneurs, whether they're starting off right away or they've been in business for a long time. And for me, I believe that our community is the strongest when everyone chips in with their own expertise and passion, that's going to lift the tide and raise all boats. That's intentional. Intentional culture means a lot. I have the personal satisfaction of being there along the way.
$35-28, and there is the Knight from Oakland Craig, and they're going to need some power, maybe a knight in shining armor on their end to give the lead back to the Knights. And an offensive turnover. Elmwood Murdock gets possession back.
That's like the third turnover in the second half for Oakland Craig. They've done a pretty good job taking care of the basketball. Now it's important, down 7 as we enter the fourth quarter, that both teams need ball security. You can't have the turnovers. We saw the turnovers Elmwood Murdock had in that first half that allowed Oakland Craig to not only come back, but then eventually take the lead.
It's really been the key here. Turnovers for which team can get a little bit back into it, and a tie-up on the court going back to Oakland Craig. And you see Bailey Pellin back in the game now. Again, she's with 4 fouls and still going after the basketball like she doesn't have 4 fouls. Rada Pellin. Bounce past Morgan Ray for 3. No. Rebound goes to Rennerfeld. No, it's a jump ball instead. Flips possession back to Elmwood Murdock.
It's a pretty good look for Pellin, and she's been setting a lot of this game in foul trouble. You need those shots to fall if you're Oakland Craig.
Up the court, wide open, Backmeyer, Tatum Backmeyer lays it in. She's got 16.
Now Backmeyer got behind the defense. That's a sin for Oakland Craig. Can't allow her to beat you down the floor. It's a great job and recognition by Elmwood Murdock to get the ball down and get the easy bucket.
Almost turning it over again, but Right now, Elmwood Murdock's got all the momentum.
Yeah.
It was 28-28. And it is a 9-0 run for Elmwood Murdock.
It's been a game of runs here, and with both teams, either coming back from behind or taking the lead and extending it.
Pellin looking for the turn. Ray to Pellin. High pass right over the defense. Thompson, Pellin takes the three. No. Renner fell down, and she's on the court. Fell hard.
Well, first of all, Rennerfeld got herself in great position for that rebound. And second chance opportunities would be big here when you're trying to come back and you're down 9. As we've mentioned, you've got to be efficient now on the offensive end. Can't have too many empty possessions if you're going to come back and get back in this ballgame.
Ray draws the foul, and Briar Ray is going to the free throw line.
That's the best case scenario right now for Oakland Craig. Get to the free throw line, score as the clock stops, and then set up some pressure defense.
Free throw short. And Oakland Craig in a little bit of a rut right now.
And they've got not only Pellin has 4 fouls that she's had the entire second half, but also Sonia Kaczynski has 4 fouls as well.
Here's Delaney Fromm. Screen from Backmeyer. Trying to send Elmwood Murdock to the second round for only the second time ever. Inside kick out. Under 6 to play. Drive, put it up, no good. Fighting for the board. Oakland Craig comes back up with it. Morgan Ray, and stepped out of bounds.
Oh.
Trapped in the corner and nowhere for Ray to go.
That's a big turnover.
Come on, Eddie. Take it away from her. Good. Take it away from her.
Now Fromm in the corner.
You gotta get up.
Covered by Rennerfeld.
Good, good. Travel.
Poked it away. Elmwood Murdock bleeding clock. 5:15 to play in the fourth. They've got a 7-point lead, or excuse me, 8-point lead, and a travel.
That's the one thing, it gets a little dicey at this stage. You're up 8 with 5:10 to go. You don't want to take quick shots, but you don't want to go away from your aggressiveness either. You want to continue to look to score. And then as this game draws a little later, you become more and more selective.
Fourth quarter brought to you by Visit Lincoln. See and experience all that Lincoln has to offer. Discover more at lincoln.org. Not a lot of time left. Tough shot. Couldn't go for Briar Ray, but she does get an opportunity at the free throw line. Third foul against Elmwood Murdock. 4:46 remaining. You might have to win at the free throw line. It's something we mentioned in the pregame. Both teams bruising their way inside. And the first one from Ray, no good.
Well, now is when Oakland Craig again. You got to make the most of each possession. Got to make free throws, and got to score. Now, and then conversely, you've got to play some lockdown defense. They've been able to turn Elmwood Murdock over to get back in the game before.
Trying to trap Fromm. And a foul going against Pellin. That's number 5. And her day is done.
Oh, you got to feel bad for Pellin. Just not been her afternoon. Been in foul trouble the entire game and now fouls out with 4:33 to go. That hurts Oakland Craig. You'd really like to have your point guard on the floor when you're trying to come back.
Thompson instead checks in for Pellin. Might be in the rest of the way. Elmwood Murdock gets out of a little bit of trouble. And Tatum Backmeyer with the ball in front by 7. Backmeyer has it, taking her chance to the rim and draws contact.
Well, what Backmeyer does, that some players don't do that of her size at 5'5", is that she goes into contact. She doesn't fade away or worry about the shot blocker. She goes right at those bigger players and draws contact. Misses that free throw, but really like her game, like her fearlessness. And I think she's somebody who went at the free throw line, makes that one with the game on the line.
Well, honestly, you've seen a lot of speed from Backmeyer when she goes to the rim. If you're Oakland Craig, you might consider setting a screen. Obviously, the size is a little bit of a factor. Maybe you don't get that call, but she's going with the full head of steam, like you said, Lou.
Yeah.
38-30, Sonia Gazinski, high pass. Step back, pulls up for 3. I think she had it blocked. It was tipped and the pass back in, taken. Here's Backmeyer. 3:22. Not enough time left. There's 38 to 30. Not a lot of time left, rather. And it is taken away. Timeout called by Gazinski. No, they call the jump ball instead.
And Coach Kaczynski yelling for a timeout. They didn't get it.
Checking out Murdock number 4, Zoe
3:10 left, but with the jump ball, Oakland Craig still takes possession.
They get the alternate possession. Now you've got to score here. You did 3:05 and counting. Now's the time to make the run.
Gazinski, 3, no. Rebound goes right back to Annie Backmeyer. She's done a tremendous job on the glass and now stolen away. 3, good. Big hit from Briar Ray. 38-33, 2:43 remaining in the game, and that might be the spark that Oakland Craig needs. Elmwood Murdock leads by 5. Timeout.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Currency. Visit GoCurrency.com for details. By Central Nebraska Orthopedics, dedicated to the motion of life. And by Region 4 Behavioral Health, quality mental health and substance abuse services.
Atlas Fiber Internet has definitely increased the productivity of our office. It's one of those things with internet and being a marketing company, we have to have it on and running all the time. And it's always up. We don't run into lags, we don't run into latency issues. It doesn't vary throughout the day, it doesn't vary on weekends or busy time periods. We have local service here. We need to go talk to somebody. They're just a quarter of a mile away for us to be able to chat with somebody. And that is a huge peace of mind for me as a business owner. So I would not hesitate at all to recommend Allo to anybody.
Big game, 38-33 in favor of Elmwood Murdock over Oakland Craig after a big 3 from Briar Ray.
That was a huge 3 that gets him within somewhat of striking distance.
Taken away, it's Ray again. Blocking foul as Vogler tried to set the charge.
And here we go again, Oakland Craig. We saw that before where they're down 17-6. They used turnovers at Elmwood Murdock with 4 straight turnovers, if I remember correctly, and they got him right back in the game. Now you get a couple of turnovers here. Get another shot to fall.
Ray to Thompson. Thompson back to Ray. Slips through the hands, but Gazinski's there to save possession. Rennerfelt. 2:22 to play. 38-33. Gazinski tries. Gazinski, no! Ray underneath, stumbling out. This poked out of bounds. And it stays with Elmwood Murdock.
There's a couple of those Gazinski shots. They're working against that zone, and they're moving the basketball. Gazinski's had that on the wing a couple of times. That shot looked good. That looked like that was going down. She thought it was going down, started to go back on defense.
Almost taken away again. And I feel like that's been Gazinski's shot today. She's only got a 3-point. She got 3 points, 1 3-point bucket. As Paul Dwyer calls a timeout with 2:07 to play, Gazinski just has not found the bottom of the barrel quite yet. 38-33, Elmwood Murdock in front by 5 over Oakland Craig. 2:07 left on NCN.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Allo. High-key internet for a low-key price. Want to see what games we're covering? Follow on X at NCN Sports.
Salas weaving in, weaving out, and skying for...
Hey sports fans, looking for a convenient pit stop before or after the game? Look no further than Good To Go convenience stores. We're here to keep you going. Fuel up your tank with a refreshing drink and grab one more snack for the road. Good To Go, your winning play for game day.
And hey, I can dunk it too.
Good To Go convenience stores. Fuel up for the game locations in Lincoln, York, Geneva, Bruning, and Hebron.
$38-33, Elmwood Murdock in front of Oakland Craig, and time is winding down. Not a lot left for the Knights of OC to make a rally, but not impossible.
Well, Elmwood Murdock has to take care of the basketball. They've got 19 turnovers in this game, yet they still lead by 5. They continue to turn it over. You're going to allow that door to open up for Oakland Craig.
Elmwood Murdock is just they've done a tremendous job shooting the basketball, but the turnovers are giving Oakland Craig life.
And Oakland Craig has struggled, especially from downtown.
Tatum Backmeyer to the right side, 1:45 remaining. Inside off the cut, Vogler, no, and fouled. And that's Gazinski who fouls out. Number 5 for Sonia.
Well, tough afternoon for Sonia Gazinski, but still not over with. The 5-point game. These are big free throws coming up for Vogler. Get a couple free throws here, then you've got a 3-possession ball game.
1:44 left. Vogler, no good on the free throw. And have to find someone to step up, and Briar Ray, the way that she's played today, might be that player for Oakland Craig. As Vogler knocks down the second of 2 free throws, 39-33, it's a 6-point game. 1:40 remaining.
Don't have to have a 3 here, Kalen.
Morgan Ray takes it anyway, left it short. Rebound for Vogler, and a foul going against Ray.
Well, those threes at this stage of the game, still a minute and a half to go. You could attack the basket. We've seen some 3-point plays the old-fashioned way. And Oakland Craig just has not shot well from downtown. So it's a little bit of feast or famine on those threes, and that time it was famine. Turns the ball back over to Elmwood Murdock.
Tatum Backmeyer gets it in, now Vogler. Back to Backmeyer, bumped in a foul against Briar Ray. And that sends Backmeyer to the free throw line for double-digit as the bonus now. 2 free throws for Oakland Craig. Or excuse me, 2 free throws for Elmwood Murdock off the foul from Oakland Craig.
Yeah, you have Backmeyer up there. I think that's who you want.
And she knocks down the first. 1:25 remaining.
3-possession game there, Kalen. Sorry about that. It's
missed the second one, out of bounds. No, it stays with Oakland Craig, or Elmwood Murdock.
Wow, that's big. Now, if you're Elmwood Murdock, you take your time and work the basketball and force Oakland Craig out to foul you.
And that's exactly what they do. Foul number 4 against Briar Ray. Everyone seemingly in foul trouble for Oakland Craig.
Yeah.
Free throw no good by Delaney Fromm.
Well, this is where if you're Elmwood Murdock, you can put the game away if you make all your free throws.
Got the second one. Not a lot of time left. It's going to take a big rally from Oakland Craig. On the baseline, Rennerfeld looking for the pass out. Here's a 3, no good. Vogler with the rebound. And a foul again, that's number 5 on Ray. She's done.
Now it's the third player to foul out for the Oakland Craig Knights. And with 1:06 to go, 8-point lead for Elmwood Murdock. It's going to take an incredible effort to come back and win this one now, especially with 3 players that you count on watching the ball game.
Well, Elmwood Murdock, he turned it over a lot, but honestly, just found more offensive opportunities. Shot the bell really nicely.
Now, usually if you see a team, Elmwood Murdock has 19 turnovers, Oakland Craig 10. Usually if you're +9 in the turnover margin, you're going to win the ball game, but you're right. I think Elmwood Murdock has just shot the basketball better when they've had their opportunities.
9-point deficit for Oakland Craig. Thompson had it taken away. Tatum Backmeyer with the lay-in, and that essentially seals the deal for Elmwood Murdock.
That's ball game.
And the Elmwood Murdock Knights, they made it here for now 4 straight seasons. And the previous 3, they exited without a victory. Not today.
Well, this Elmwood Murdock team, Kalen, again, we talked about it in the pregame, but they're 25-1. And their only loss was a 2-point loss. This team's a bunch of winners, and they're moving on. And well, I wouldn't want to overlook Elmwood Murdock. This is a good basketball team.
Only thing for Elmwood Murdock now is you're going to have to figure out a way to clean up some of those turnovers against Crofton, but you love the way your offense is playing.
Yeah, and they've done a good job. They've out-rebounded Elmwood Murdock, or Oakland Craig has been out-rebounded by Elmwood Murdock pretty substantially here in the second half.
Elmwood Murdock, victors. And they are officially moving on to the semifinal round with a date with the Crofton Warriors. 44-33, Elmwood Murdock over Oakland Craig. 11-point win. Victorious. The Knights from EM get it done.
That is literally the funniest thing ever.
And then I said,
It wasn't, but this guy could use a win. Even if it's not as big of a win as I get with free Kasasa Cash checking. Kasasa Cash pays me a really high rate and refunds ATM withdrawal fees nationwide. So I feel like a queen. Has a mega bank ever made you feel that way? Or is it more like this guy? Take back banking with Kasasa Cash.
Get Kasasa checking at Liberty First Credit Union.
Hi, this is Misty. Here at Family Physical Therapy, we strive to go beyond your symptoms, ensuring you have access to quality, individualized care. We offer physical, occupational, and speech therapy. Family Physical Therapy has an excellent staff that cares about our patients' success. Whether you're suffering from a sports injury, a stroke, or working to improve balance and coordination, Family Physical Therapy is here to help. When you're here, you're family. Visit us at one of our many Nebraska locations today.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Zollner Ford and Lincoln. Meeting your sales, service, and parts needs. 5 Points Bank. Trust the better bank for your financial needs. And by Family Physical Therapy. Getting you back in the game.
This is Amy from Magnolia's Home Decor and Design in downtown Norfolk.
And I'm Kate. Let's welcome in spring.
If you're ready for vibrant colors, silk florals that are remarkably real, and a new look for inspiring your space, come visit us at Magnolia's.
From spring to everyday designs for your home, we've been busy creating looks that will make your home warm and inviting for your friends and family.
Watch us live on Facebook 6 days a week. Stop in and see us in downtown Norfolk or visit us online at shopmagnoliasonline.com.
Thanks, guys. I'm here with Coach Paul Dwyer. Coach, first of all, congrats on the win. Second of all, I was taken by how similar these two teams are. This was like looking in a mirror. How did that affect preparing for this game?
Yeah, you know, it was difficult to prepare. We like to get up and down. They like to get up and down. Both teams like to get out and pressure a little bit. So it was like looking in the mirror. You know, the one thing, our second group does a really nice job of prepping us. So I was real happy with their preparation and kind of got into things they were going to do, and that made a big difference for us.
You talked to me at halftime about limiting their drives, limiting their ability to get to the bucket. What was it that allowed you guys to be so successful in doing that after the break?
Well, for us, being able to switch into that little 2-3 zone, even when we were in a zone in the first half, we still allowed them to kind of get into creases. I thought we did a better job of the second half of not allowing that, and kind of forcing them to be jump shooters, and that was a huge difference for us.
Well, big things can come in, great things can come in small packages sometimes, including our player of the game, Tatum. She was incredible tonight. Talk about your player here.
Tatum's what Tatum does. You know, she steps on the floor. She's a spark plug. Plays hard. Never have to ever ask her to play hard. Really gets it going. The best thing about Tatum is her leadership. Her and Lainey Fromm both came in timeouts. We never hung our heads. They got a little bit of a run going there in the first half. The pressure bothered us a little bit, and even in the second half. But every time out, they're always positive and getting after us. So I couldn't ask for two better players.
Well, Coach, congrats on the win. Good luck against Crawford in the semifinals.
Thank you.
All right, let's bring in our player of the game, Tatum Backemeyer. Tatum, you know, you're up 2 at the half. Very, very tough, tight game. What's the message at halftime? What are you telling your other players in the locker room in order to get the win?
Oh, I'm just telling them to keep playing our game. Like Coach said, it's a game of runs, so they're going to go on a run, we're going to go on a run. We just need to go on more runs, so get a defensive stop and go up 2 and things like that. So basically just stay calm and keep doing what we do.
Did you like playing against a team that's real similar to you? It seemed like you kind of relished that opportunity out there.
Yes, I enjoyed it. I knew that they were going to be a similar team because we played them in the summer a couple of times, and it was up and down, so we knew what it was going to look like. We just needed to go out and execute it.
All right, so now you got Crofton in the semifinals. What do you know about them? What are you expecting in the semis?
Well, I know they run a lot of zone, and they're a bigger team. I don't think they get up and down as much as Oakland Craig did, so I think we just need to use what we do best and get up and down and pressure them on defense, and I think we'll do good.
Well, Tatum, congrats. Great game today. Thank you so much for joining us. Good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you.
That's Tatum Backemeyer, our player of the game. Kaylin, Lou, back to you.
Tremendous game from Tatum Backemeyer. 20 points in the victory, and our player of the game.
Yeah, she was really good in this game. It is just like advertised, no fear. I like the nickname for her that we gave her, Nails.
Nails.
She plays that way. Very tough player and a very clutch player. Came through big when this team needed her.
Well, let's take a look at our top plays. They are brought to you by our friends at Currency. If your business needs financing for RVs, ATVs, or other expensive items, Currency is here to help. Visit gocurrency.com today. Elmwood Murdock, Oakland Craig, the 3-6 matchup in the Class C2. Winner of this game plays Crofton in what should be a really fun one. Both teams are the Knights, and they got started early for Tatum Backemeyer. And Elmwood Murdock knocking down a 3 early. Had 20 points in the victory. Another one from the corner. That one is good. It was a tremendous game as well for Elmwood Murdock shooting the basketball. Oakland Craig had a little bit of trouble finding offense, but whenever you've got someone like Briar Ray, always very good. And another 3-pointer there from Brooklyn Mans. We head to the second quarter, 17-6, and this is where things changed a little bit. Briar Ray with a big 2-point jumper. Then you had a steal, and it was popped in the hands of Addie Rennerfeld. She takes it down, puts it in, and draws contact. Goes back to the free throw line and makes the free throw. 17-13, Oakland Craig still on a run, 17-15. The Knights have forced their way back into this basketball game. 20-15, Morgan Ray for three, got it. 20-18 as we enter halftime, heading us into the third quarter. 22-20, Oakland Craig has the lead, but a nice bucket underneath. Brooklyn Mans with a great game as well. She had a tremendous job inside and shooting the basketball. And there's Morgan Ray again, gave Oakland Craig a 3-point lead. Tatum Backemeyer with the lay-in and got fouled, tied this game up at 28 after she knocks down the free throw. We're tight, deadlocked at 28 after that three from Backemeyer knocks it down. And all of a sudden, Elmwood Murdock is using their offense to take the lead right back. How about the long jumper? That one good again from Brooklyn Mans. Had a very good day. Finished the game with 14 points, almost a quiet 14 points. Lay-in Tatum Backemeyer. Elmwood Murdock goes back in front, leading 38-30. Three-pointer on this side is good for the Knights of Oakland Craig. Gazinski knocked it down, but then the ice from Tatum Backemeyer, the lay-in, and gave Elmwood Murdock the victory. 44-33 final score, Elmwood Murdock over Oakland Craig. Oakland Craig, another great season. Had a couple players fouled out. Might have been the difference in this one.
Yeah, they definitely had some fouls that mounted. They did a good job to turn Elmwood Murdock over, but just not enough on the offensive end. How about a semifinal here? Elmwood Murdock 25-1 against Crofton 26-0. That's 51-1 between those two teams.
Oh, it's going to be a fun one. Stick around because coming up next, we've got more basketball. It's Class D2. Two more games in the nightcap. Take a look there at the bracket. UTAN Bishop Neumann, Crofton, Elmwood Murdock. One of those four teams is winning a state championship in Class C2. Well, thanks for joining us on News Channel Nebraska. Again, we're back with two games tonight, Class D2, while Falls City Sacred Heart, Humphrey St. Francis, along with Plainview taking on Why Not. So make sure you stick around and come on back for that right here on News Channel Nebraska.
Welcome to the 1890 Initiative headquarters at 11th and Q in downtown Lincoln. Brandon Axsmith with you on News Channel Nebraska as we are joined by Husker standout Merritt Beeson of the volleyball team talking all things NIL. And Merritt, first off, NIL is new, and I think a lot of people maybe think that these athletes and student athletes are just handed over a big sum of money and they're on their way. But that's not how it works. And the 1890 Initiative specifically has something called fulfillment, where athletes go out into the community and they earn this money. Can you talk more about how that works and what that looks like?
Yeah, it's almost like a job in a way. Like we do things to get paid. Obviously, that's what NIL is. You have to be doing something. You just can't sit here and hand me, here's X amount of money. I have to do something to earn it. And so for us, fulfillment can look very different. Like I described, maybe it's, we're going to go play with a few kids. You know, we're going to talk to these people. We're going to show up to this event and we're going to promote this event, whatever it may be. Maybe we're hosting a volleyball camp like we will be soon. You know, there's so many different things that we're able to do, and most of these opportunities do allow us to give back. So it isn't just they're just handing us a big lump of money. You know, we're obviously doing things to earn that and to kind of give back to the community in a way while earning that as well.
Now, you mentioned those community opportunities that you have, and some people may be not quite sure how that works. So you have the 1890 Initiative, and that's really the vehicle that connects those dots for athletes.
So 1890 kind of connects us back with the community. They're finding opportunities to plug us back into the community and allowing us to give back to the community. So maybe a business comes to 1890 and is like, hey, I want the volleyball team to come here, and they can kind of reach out to us and be the navigator between businesses and us. And then there's also a ton of opportunities for us to, hey, maybe it's just there's a group of kids that we're going to go play volleyball with, or there's a group of people at an elderly home that we're going to hop on a Zoom and we're going to talk about our volleyball experience. We're going to walk them through a day in our life. We're going to talk about what it's like to be a volleyball player in Nebraska. They just kind of help us connect back with the community. They allow us to give back and provide us with those opportunities.
Well, Merritt, thank you again so much for spending some time with us here on News Channel Nebraska as we are continuing to learn about NIL and educating our viewers across the state of this new landscape. I'm Brandon Axamit. We'll see you next time.